Iraq's president has selected a new prime minister. The appointment ends a months-long deadlock that triggered an intervention by US President Donald Trump. Ali al-Zaidi has 30 days now to form a new government. He was selected ahead of former Prime Minister Nouri al-Maliki, who is seen as close to Iran. President Trump threatened to cut all support for Iraq if Maliki returned to power. I'd like to speak to Mahmoud Abdul-Wahed, who's in Baghdad for us. So, Mahmoud, who is Ali al-Zaidi and why has the appointment process been so controversial?
Well, Niv, Ali al-Zaidi does not have a big profile when it comes to political and social accomplishments, but being part of the coordination framework, the largest bloc in parliament, it has to submit a name for prime minister, especially not beyond the constitutional duration, which is 15 days from the day of electing a new president of the republic. The new president of the republic was elected on April 11th. So the coordination framework, the largest bloc in parliament, had to come to a consensus on a single name to be nominated for prime minister before the end or by the end of the constitutional duration. But as you know that this came after several weeks of intense disagreement between several factions within the coordination framework. As you know, Niv, that the coordination framework, a Shia coalition, that's the largest bloc in parliament, and by virtue of the constitution, the largest bloc in parliament has to nominate a single name for prime minister and submit it to the president of the republic. But as it includes several factions within, around 10 minor factions within the coordination framework. So there have been disagreements between them on a single name. Some of them are hardliners, some are not. Some have close ties with Iran. Some want to balance ties between Iran and Washington. So, as you know, that some of them supported former controversial Nouri al-Maliki, the former prime ministers. Others supported the incumbent Prime Minister Mohammed Shia al-Sudani. But when this agreement came to an ultimatum, they choose a consensus name in order to end this disagreement, despite the fact that many say there is still disagreement between the factions within the coordination framework. Niv.
So, Mahmoud, al-Zaidi has 30 days, doesn't he, to form a new government. What are his main challenges?
Well, there is a lot of challenges lying ahead because within this 30 days, he still has to form a consensus cabinet. He has to appease all rival factions when it comes to pertaining to the distribution of portfolios, ministries. And after 30 days or within 30 days, if he manages to form a consensus cabinet, he has to go again back to the parliament to gain confidence. And the process of a confidence vote is not easy because he has to get the confidence within two separate mechanisms. The half plus one, which is the absolute majority of the parliament members, have to give yes vote for the cabinet as a whole and for the cabinet program in its 4-year tenure in order to pass. Not only that, he has also to obtain individual confidence vote, that he has to obtain the vote on the ministries, the portfolios separately in order to pass. But all these confidence votes mechanisms have to go through complicated procedures in the parliament, as you know, because of the quota system sharing, the power sharing system between the several components of the Iraqi society represented in parliament, Shias, Sunnis, Kurds, and several divisions within the divisions. He has to compromise, he has to appease all blocs in parliament in order to gain confidence to pass his cabinet, and that's a very complicated procedure here.
Mahmoud Abdul-Wahed, live for us in Baghdad. Many thanks.